I feel really funny. Both of you like sitting there staring at us. We've got Kaia and Madeline behind the well, not behind the camera, actually to the left of the camera.
Normally
and it's funny because we're
like that,
looking right at them.
Yeah, it's quite near actually.
It's very cute though.
I feel like when it's over there, when Kai was sitting here before, I just didn't really know. Yeah, it was so
didn't really notice, but now you're
now
like, right there. Go crown, I'm really scared. Jokes. Okay, right. Hey. How you feeling?
Oh,
sugary or spicy?
What about you? Do you know yours?
I know mine.
Okay, you go.
I'm feeling spicy.
I was gonna say spicy.
I'm
actually.
definitely
feeling
spicy
too. I feel like
you're feeling spicy too.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any reason?
Cool. I feel like we've got a fun night ahead of all of us.
When we say fun night, we'll probably like stretch and
yeah.
Talk about our feelings.
What's been going on?
Yeah.
No, for real. Yeah, definitely feeling more spicy than
I'm feeling spicy. I feel like the reason I'm feeling spicy is because I feel like people are actually testing me the last couple of days. I feel like I've been tested a little bit, and I feel like I'm, when just like people kind of irk you a little bit and you're at the point where you're just like,
I don't even care anymore.
Shut the fuck up! Like, really actually shut up. Like, I had a road rage incident today, actually.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Actually, it wasn't a road rage incident.
Oh.
I kept my cool so well.
I love you did.
Because the other day, wait, when was that I told you?
It was Wednesday, like 2 days. No, yesterday. It was yesterday, guys. You know the other, like, literally probably loads of episodes ago, Lucy was like, Bella's got such bad road rage, and when she said that, she was like, I literally like never shout at anyone, and I was literally like, if someone pisses me off, I'm literally like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, if they're in the wrong, like, I don't say I've got road rage. I just kind of like,
If you get annoyed, you get annoyed.
You get annoyed. Anyway, Lucy sent me a voice note the other day. She's like, yeah, so blah, blah, blah. She's like, what the fuck, you fucking... And I was like, bitch said she had no road rage. And then I literally...
Okay.
I sent a voice note like, well, first of all, because what she was saying before that was like...
I was already heated, that's why. I was already heated, and then this guy pulls out in front of me, almost makes me crash when I'm trying to explain story to Bella.
It's still rude.
So I was like, oh, for God's sake. It was really annoying.
She said some bad words as well that I'm not going to repeat.
But yeah, anyway, I had that road rage. And then today, right, so this happened to me today.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm driving down the road, and this car, like, turns around the corner, right? I pull over for this car. I give way to this car, right?
Right.
I did do it like kind of abruptly. I was like, oh, just quickly pulled over, right? Bearing in mind, he's coming towards me and he's indicating like towards me. So I'm like, oh, what's going on? So I slow down. He slows down and I'm like, oh, like what's going on here then? Like he like looks like he like wants to like chat to me. Like it's like an old guy, by the way. He's like old woman, wife, person was the person. So that is such a weird way. Anyway. So I get there, right? I pull up next to him. I roll down the window. His window is like this much open, and he's going like, and I'm like, what? Like I can't hear you. And he's like, and I'm like, I can't hear you. Like roll down your window. Like I can't hear you. Window down. And he was like, then he's like, and then he puts his window down. He's like, were you trying to swerve me off the road? And I go, what? You're indicating right. I pulled over for you. And he's like, well, you were trying to swerve me off the road. I was like, sorry, what's the issue here? Because I literally pulled over for you. And he's like, you need to learn how to drive. And I literally was like, sorry. So what is the issue? Like, what is actually going on? And so that happened. And then he was like, and then he like did up his window and drove off. And I was like, I pulled over for you. You are so weird. So that kind of irks me. And there's just been a few other things.
Some people aren't okay.
That just everyone can just fuck off. No, I'm joking.
No, but actually, like, what the fuck is wrong with that person?
Right.
That's giving me like deja vu to when I've had bad experiences with people, and I'm literally like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, like how are you perceiving this?
Sometimes I use my beep when I get a chance to use it.
Yeah, that beep. Yeah,
I love it.
I do hear that.
Do you know
I
what
don't normally have road rage. It's just the past couple of days, and then just other things.
2 days in a row.
2 days. Clearly, it must be my driving, but that's why I'm feeling spicy because I'm feeling like a little bit like stand on business. Like if someone wants to test me, come test me. I'll actually put you in your place. Well, at least I'll try. No promises. All right. Anyways. Both feeling spicy.
Let's get into this episode.
let's go. What are we doing today? You can
So
explain it.
we've got some like cute little questions from Emma Chamberlain. She sent them to
we're answering Emma Chamberlain's questions today. She personally sent them to us.
Yeah, no, but for real, she like puts it on her Instagram of her podcast. Anything goes. It's that sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, I actually love her podcast. I've been listening to it so much recently. Because sometimes I get a bit sick of music in the car, and I feel like I've been in my car so much.
I do get you.
But I love, like, I think the way she explains things is like just.
She's been like doing like that kind of stuff as well for like ages. And
yeah, and I think she's just like got really like. I think she's got a really similar mindset to me. She actually posted one the other day that's really interesting, and that could be like a whole podcast topic. But anyway, we're gonna on her Instagram account for her anything goes.
Posts them.
Show
she like posts questions like this.
That's like her whole feed.
You kind of get the vibe. No, you can't really see it very well, but for the viewers as well. She like does things like this. Okay. So there's some light-hearted ones, and then there's some more like deeper questions. So I just screenshotted a few. So first of all, do you prefer listening to music in playlists or albums?
Oh.
Yeah, I thought when I first read it, I was like, wait, what? Would you listen to an album or like a playlist?
It depends.
I think if a new album's come out, then an album, and I'd be like, let's listen to it. But more so playlist.
Yeah, what she said. I agree. So I feel like albums, when it's like an artist that you really like, or like an album that you're like really excited about, you're meant to listen to it like from start to finish.
Yeah.
But if it like sometimes I just like a few songs.
Yeah, I do get you.
From the album, I don't want to like commit a whole.
Yeah.
Like, how long is an album? Like
quite
40
long.
Minutes.
Quite long.
Yeah, like it's a
depending. Yeah, depending how many songs and how long.
Yeah, it depends.
Quite long. All right. Do you think you're a good friend?
Well, actually been told otherwise recently. I need to update you.
Yeah,
I need to update you. Anyways, do I think I'm a good friend? Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah, I know, it's a good question.
Well, I would hope so, but
no, but do you think it? You do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do think I'm a good friend.
Think you're a good friend. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I'm a good friend as well. I feel like
I think you're both like unreal friends.
Thanks, guys.
No, like, not just saying that in an artistic way.
Yeah.
Guys, just saying it.
Yeah, you both are.
Yeah,
you're both like super reliable, super like.
Yes, reliable is so
important. Hype your friends up and like.
Yeah. Do you know what I think it is?
Them.
I have like a few, like obviously you guys, really close people that I like make. Not like make an effort. Being a friend to you guys is not an effort, but like I'm not like just really good friends to anyone and everyone.
Yeah.
Like if I think people like deserve like my friendship and my loyalty and like they give me the same back, and like but it's not with like everyone. I would say there are some people that I would like maybe class my friends that I'm like not like an amazing friend to. Do you know what I mean?
No, but I think
selective.
even ones that you say, you probably still are a good friend because I think also like we're good people, so like you are going to like be a good person whether they're like your bestie or not. But I think it's like going above and beyond for certain people.
Yeah, that is
what you're like saying, right?
Yeah, I would say we're both good friends.
Yeah, I'd say we are. What do you think like actually makes a good friend?
Okay,
like,
as in like let's talk like personal for us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like not
just
what
would you what would you look into?
Yeah, like love language, like what do I really appreciate what my friends do?
I actually feel like what Kai said about reliable, that's actually like a top one for me because like, it actually like I just feel like if we've made plans, please don't cancel them. I just find it like a little bit annoying.
Yeah, because it's like a time, like it's a time thing as well. Like, because obviously everyone is like I could have
seen someone else. I arranged to see you. Someone else, like, I hate it if, like, I've arranged to see someone and then someone else is like, oh, do you want to do something? I'm like, oh, sorry, I can't. Like, I'm seeing blah, blah, and then they cancel me. I'm like...
Could have just been doing something.
That doesn't really happen anymore, but I feel like when I was younger, it happened.
Yeah, like, I feel like maybe you've, like, filtered out the people. Or just don't really bother so much with the people that give you that sort of energy. That is a big one for you. I think a big one for me is, and it's, like, been, like, quite a key thing recently, is, like, my friends that like will let me talk about like the same thing over and over and over and over again, but I do actually like just sometimes you need to like let it out and let it out again and again and again, but like it's never like I love it when someone is not like, oh, like, well, I told you this last time, like it's just you guys like help me like see things through, like regardless of how long it takes and how many repetitions we have in the same situation.
Eventually it will start properly.
God.
I feel
that's
like
a big one for me.
Also I need to have a good time with you.
Oh Yeah, 100%.
I need to like literally have a really good time with you. We need to laugh. We
Yeah.
need to laugh.
Yeah,
We need a belly
laughing
laugh.
is a big
I need
thing.
a belly laugh from you. Otherwise, it's
Damn
just not
facts.
fun.
And to feel like comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable's a
as
good
well.
one. But you have to build that, I guess.
Yeah,
You
true.
have to build
Yeah.
comfort.
But like, you know, like if your room was really messy, you wouldn't mind them just like coming in.
Oh, I don't know. I still,
No
I guess
judgment. I know.
there's like, it's still quite messy, quite frankly. But
No,
there's
it's not.
like
Your
bits
room's well
everywhere.
tidy at the moment.
I think there's just bits everywhere. Just like
Stuff
everywhere.
Stuff. Yeah, I feel that as well. Trying to think other things. I actually feel like with friendship, acts of service is quite a good one.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
when they like do stuff for you,
Yeah.
like, oh, let me do this for you. Like,
I
let
do
me,
get you.
like, I'll do this so like make your life easier. I really feel like that's a good one for
yeah,
friendship. For
I
me.
so get that. All right,
Next.
Oh,
I'm loving this, guys. By the way, I feel like I've got like a ticket to live show.
Yeah.
We're both sat here just like this.
Yeah.
Feel free to chime in, guys.
Okay. How do you know when it's time to end a relationship?
Oh my god. I literally feel like I could talk about this for fucking
How do
hours
you know?
on end.
I actually was listening to a podcast earlier, and it was like they were asked, like some like random person had sent a question in, and it was like my boyfriend, I feel like is going to try and propose to me, blah 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 blah, and like they were like, how do I like stop it and stuff, and the podcast was literally like, what do you mean? Like, how do you stop it? Like, you should feel
Stop him from proposing.
Yeah, she was like, he's booked like a last minute thing to go to Rome. Like, I feel like he could potentially propose. I'm not ready for it. We've been together for like a year and a half. She's like 24 and he's 29.
Oh god.
And they were a bit like, first of all, like, if you don't feel comfortable with like actually fully speaking to them and stuff, like that's kind of already like, you're going to marry them, but you can't even like actually talk to them about it. Like, that's kind of a little bit like,
that is true.
Deep. And like, if you don't want to marry them, I don't know.
Yeah,
like, I mean, after a year and a half, do you know? Maybe, hopefully, I don't know.
Proposing's just like proposing, you're not actually getting married.
Yeah, that's what they said as well. Like, you
Yeah.
could accept the proposal and then like
not intend to get married for a while.
Yeah,
that's true. That's a tricky one.
Yeah,
I feel.
But
like,
anyway, like, yeah. Well, how would you do?
I would say, like, I really think it's like when you know, like I feel like personally, I've got quite like. I get quite strong gut feelings about things, and I don't always like follow through with it. But like, I think like in a situation like that, you need to like tap into your intuition a bit, like do whatever you need to do that, and like you can't like you just know like deep down. Like obviously there's other factors, like you might be like, oh, but I've been with them for so long, like, blah blah. But I really feel like if you are like kind of thinking about it and you're serious about it, then that's probably already quite a big sign that it's time to end things. I mean, obviously there's like scenarios which are like different cases. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I really feel like it's like gut feeling. Like if you think that the relationship should end and you're having that conversation. Also, actually, I think your friends will know quite well if you have a good set of people around you. But I think like as soon as like your friends or like someone that you're very close with, like maybe like a sibling or something, is like I really don't think that person is right for you, then I feel like that is such a big,
I think there's certain signs as well. I think if you start to see like quite a lot of things in that person that like you don't like nor enjoy, and like I think like just like trying to see how you would deal with that with like more responsibility. Can you hack it or can you not? And
like if you were 10 years down the line and they still like showing the same traits that they are, like can you do that or can you not? And also like just evaluating how much of the relationship you like, what percentage you feel happy and what percentage you feel not happy.
That is.
And like, because obviously not every relationship is like perfect. You're not going to be like on top of the world like 100% of the time, but like if you're spending the majority of your time like feeling stressed or shit or anxious or worried or angry or frustrated, like low vibrational feelings, then
I always think as well like always like maybe trying to take like a little break from each other and seeing like whether you actually miss them or not, because like I know like some people that have actually done that and then by the end was like I actually don't really miss them, so like, maybe
I'm actually
quite savage actually.
But that's funny because
like,
people like have a like opinion about like taking breaks, don't they? Like, because some people are like, well, if you need a break, like, what? Like,
surely
what's
we're
the
over.
point? Like, like, surely not.
No, true. Actually, Yannick's like that.
Oh, really? Interesting. But this is funny because I have
He's
seen.
like, what even is the break? Like, what is it for? Like,
I don't know. I actually think that breaks can help quite a lot.
Absence
Like what did you say?
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
But like, absence does make the heart grow fonder. But like, when you come back, are they still going to be the same? Like, what has that break done?
It depends. I guess it depends on the intention.
Yeah.
For the break, but there's a few signs as mentioned.
I think you would low-key know.
Yeah, gut feeling.
Basically.
Do you know what? Actually, I have to say this. This is a really interesting topic. Like gut instinct. What I was just talking about. Emma Chamberlain literally did a podcast episode or like a short episode on it the other day, and like. Actually, here's a question for you guys. Do you think, like, when people say, like, trust your gut, like, do you think that's more of, like, a spiritual thing that people say, like, maybe linked to, like, things like meditation and intuition and blah, 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 or do you think it's, like, a physical thing?
I think it's both.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you weirdly can, like, feel stuff in your gut.
Yeah.
And I think also when bad stuff happens, you actually can feel your heart, like, drop. Like, you actually like, feel it in those areas.
Yeah.
But I definitely think, like, if you are meditating and you're in that sort of headspace, like, your thoughts of what you want to do are probably more aligned with, like, who you actually are, because you're, like, making them in a calmer
you're, like, more connected to your,
So both, I think.
Yeah,
personally.
I agree.
So, what do you think?
I don't know, because I'm thinking, like, you know, when, like, if it's, like a decision, like, and everyone's, like, trust your gut, I think for me, I like overthink it. So I'm like, fuck, what is my gut telling me? Like, I don't know.
Tell me.
What do I do? I don't know. So I don't know. I do get what Kaia's saying. Like, I do agree with that. But I think, like, I'm just an overthinker. So sometimes if I, like, deep it too much, I'm like, I don't know. Like, which one do I pick? Like, which one's the right one?
Do you want to know your gut, right? So the whole, like, trust your gut thing is actually, like, fully backed by science. Like, because in my head, I always thought, like, trust your gut. I kind of just am like, well, that's like, I'm thinking of that, so that's what I go with. But like, I kind of thought it was more like a spiritual, mindful, like meditational type sort of thing. But it's actually like fully backed by science. So they say that your gut is the place. Okay, I'm not going to be able to like explain this like as well as probably like Google or like some like person that knows more about it. But your gut produces serotonin basically. So like all your feelings like come from your gut, like your actual like emotions and feelings, like serotonin comes from your gut. And they say like, you know, obviously you have like your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. Your gut holds like so much of your unconscious. So like, you know, like every day you're taking in like so much information, but you don't necessarily like have that in your conscious mind. It's all going to your gut. So your body actually like picks up on like everything and learns everything and recognizes like patterns and like the way things will pan out and can like sort of like takes like so it's not just like a gut feeling like, oh, I think that's what I should do. It's like your gut actually holds like so much more information than your conscious mind, so that when you get a gut feeling, it's actually like your gut is like processing everything it knows and like sussing out the scenario like for you. That's which is wild, isn't it?
It's basically ChatGPT.
Basically ChatGPT. It's so funny.
Do you guys like fit, like I feel like I can feel when I'm making decisions like based off like my head when I've like thought about it or like my gut, like I feel like I can feel the difference.
I do. I do not. For me, I'm always like, I always just go to what I'm like drawn to.
It's not necessarily one's wrong and one's right, but I just feel like I can tell. Like,
how can you tell?
I think you just like you can feel it, like especially when I've like left jobs or like come back home for periods. Like I usually do that off like a gut feeling because quite often if I'm thinking about it logically, it wouldn't like make so much sense time wise or this and that. But I just have like this deep sort of feeling of like, you know, it's time to move on, or this is the right time to do this or that, rather than logically.
That's interesting you say that, because you are like very aligned. Like I feel like you're a very aligned person. Like, you know, like your higher self very well. Like you try and act as that person. Like you meditate. Like you practice a lot of like mindfulness or like whatever you want to call it. And they say like to be able to like feel your gut feeling on a deeper level. So not just knowing whether like it's just a thought or whether it's your gut. You should like practice mindfulness because that's like what aligns you. So I'm not surprised that you can feel it quite heavily. Like you can really like distinguish like whether it's this or that. So that's quite interesting actually.
Legit.
It's quite crazy. Like gut is weird.
It's weird. Like even in, so I feel like I keep talking about but I was in Thailand recently and it started like massively like raining, like rainy season, and I was a bit like, I don't want to end what was a really nice trip, like basically just being a bit depressed because I can't really do anything because it was like weather warning rain. But anyway, just had like a gut feeling. I was like, I'm just going to go to Dubai. It literally just like came to me, and then I booked it and I went, but it didn't like logically make sense because obviously it's like costing more money, like have to book, you know, like this and that, but like it's more just like this is like what I need to do to like feel good.
Yeah, and just
which is like such a minor one.
Yeah,
like,
well, that's actually kind of major. Going
that's
great.
No, I know, but I just feel like it's still like like
you just
came from
acted
there
upon your gut. Yeah.
Makes sense.
That is true.
Nice.
That was an interesting one.
All right. Sorry. That's come from how do you know when it's time to end a relationship? I was like, what is this question? Yeah.
That's what the podcast is all about.
Okay. Why do you think we are attracted to people and things that are hard to get?
Oh my god.
Why is it you always want what you can't get? Like, it is actually so true. I feel like even people, when they get to what they wanted, then that's actually no longer that attractive, and now they want something else.
Yeah.
Like it's with so many things. Like I feel like with money, like people are like, oh, if I only had that much money, and then when they get to there, they're like, oh wait, what? Like if I only had that much money, or like if people lose weight, they're like, oh, if only I'm that size, and then they get to that size and they're like, oh wait, I want to be that size. Like it's constant.
And
with
like, people as well.
With just like so many different things. So like, why do we want what we like people will go out with people because they like have died to go out with them, and then when they're finally with them they're like,
boring.
Why did I want to be out with them?
Madeline. What is it? Why do you always no?
Do you know what? I actually think it's the like adrenaline of like the chase of like, I feel like it's different for different people. Like I feel like if you're like quite secure in yourself, you don't really like that. Well, no, I don't know. It's weird.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Tough,
like, why do we want what we can't get, or what we don't have?
I mean, adrenaline is one
like
thing.
the chase of doing it, and then you get it, and it's like, oh, it's actually not even
as good as you thought. It's building something up in your head, and then once you're there, it's actually a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, when you like make a target for yourself, achieving it like actually like, releases like a good feeling in your like, in your brain, in your body. So like
I think it's like adrenaline. Expectations as well. You like expect it to be
put
so
it on
much more than it actually is.
So you don't know something like fully. You're like, oh, it could be this, could be that. And then when you get it and you know it, you're like, oh god, it's actually
curiosity. Yeah, that's true. I also think maybe like it's a little bit of like a egotistical driven thing as well. Maybe like because like you said, like when you are like content and like aligned, like you don't really tend to like chase after things that you can't get. Whereas like someone like if we're talking like in the sense of like a relationship, I do feel like it's people with bigger egos tend to like show that behavior like more often. Like they're like they just see it as like a challenge and like, oh, like there's nothing that I can't do, so like I'm gonna go for that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Definitely a mixture of things, and it's like dependent on the situation, but I do think like curiosity, adrenaline, ego.
Okay, do you think it's important to agree to disagree with people? Why or why not? I actually think it's really important to agree to disagree. Like, I think you can't agree on everything.
Yeah,
and I think it's
true.
so much better just to agree to disagree, because everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I'll take yours in, you take mine in. Let's agree to disagree and move on.
Facts.
That is true.
I strongly believe agree. I the amount of times I go, okay, let's agree to disagree, like that's calm.
Yeah.
Like we don't have to agree. We don't have to have the same minds. We don't have the same minds.
As long as it's not like life change. Like I mean, unless you actually like have to come to a decision.
And it's just like racist,
right?
I feel like. And it's like okay.
Yeah. Facts like things like that.
That are like actually
homophobia. Obviously things that are like morally incorrect. Let's not agree to this. Well, I actually think it also depends on like who you talk to. Like if someone's gonna like fully like argue with me about like how like they strongly believe in that, I'm not gonna like try and convince you because
like
you're clearly I'm not gonna get anywhere. Agree to disagree, probably will never see you again, but that's fine.
Facts.
Yeah, true.
You go live in your own world because like see for your like attitude. Whereas I think if it's like I like pink, I like blue, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Move
let's
on.
agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
But what
Like,
if
what's the
it's
best
like-
colour? I don't know.
What
do
if
you
it's
know what
like a decision that you have to make? So, like, for
I
example,
mean? Okay. Oh no.
like if you and Yannick,
I knew it was going to be
yeah,
this.
and like he's like, I want to move to London.
Okay.
You're like, I want to move. I want to stay in Brighton.
Okay.
Or like, okay, no. Let me scrap that because
Yeah.
there's like so many other factors that could play into that.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna
He's
say.
like, I
It
want to
depends.
move to New York, and you're like, I want to move to LA. Where are you gonna move? Because you can't agree to disagree.
Is that agree to disagree, or is that let's make a decision?
Yeah, I guess actually. But if it's something that needs a decision to be made, do you know what I mean?
Because I feel like agree to disagree is like, I think New York's the best place.
It's
in
more
America.
opinion-based,
I
isn't
think,
it?
yeah, I think
Okay,
like
got
LA
you.
is the
Yeah.
most possible, and then it's
Mm.
like you say your thoughts. If you convince them, great. If you don't, let's agree to disagree, because that's what I think. That's what you think.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
really like let's move here, let's do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a bit
So that's like, I think like a decision is like let's take into
yeah.
encounter what
Into
Consideration.
consideration.
a little glitch. Yeah.
It's
That.
more opinion. It's more opinion based, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
so
yeah.
That's what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it is to agree to disagree is really important. But
Go on.
I just get really annoyed when people can't see my side of things because do you know what it is?
No, but I feel like you can still see it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's times where I've been like, I get what you're saying, I just don't agree with it.
Mm,
So like, let's just agree to disagree.
yeah.
But I get what you're trying to tell me.
But isn't it annoying when they like do that to you as well? Like, but no, do you know
No,
what it
because
is?
I appreciate that you get what I'm trying to say, and the fact that you don't agree with it.
What if they
That's-
don't get what you're trying to say? No, like,
that's annoying. That is annoying. But you're not agreeing to
Yeah.
disagree because you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Oh, fucking damn facts, man.
Yeah, you can't agree
Facts.
to disagree when you don't understand what I'm trying to fucking
Because
tell
you're not
you.
agreeing to disagree.
No.
You are just
You
just
think you're right,
disagreeing.
that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's actually so true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that one down. Yeah,
I
to
feel
agree
like-
to disagree
yeah.
is important,
It's so
and it
important.
also just keeps your peace because sometimes
Yeah.
it's like
Because you can't agree on everything.
me and the guy earlier in the car. Let's just agree to disagree.
Yeah.
I
I would over. You think I'm trying to go on some crazy.
You think I
exit.
can't drive? Fuck off.
Legit, but yeah, agree to disagree.
Mhm.
Very important.
Yeah,
Do you guys
it is
agree?
I agree.
Do you agree? Yeah.
I don't disagree.
That's too funny.
Okay, this is a good one.
Okay.
Do you think it's possible to be friends with your ex?
No. No. Hold on. Ask me this 3 months ago. I would have said yes, it's fine. No. Okay. No. Cut that.
No,
Lucy.
don't. No, actually, like guys, you two, like,
I
do you think
think,
it's possible to be
It
friends with your ex?
depends.
It
I think
depends on the
really
ex.
depends, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
It
it
does.
also
if it was
like
a toxic, horrible relationship, then no. If it was like you like ended on like
okay.
mutual terms,
I got a
then
perfect
yeah.
example.
Mm.
Anya and Joe, when they weren't together, although they ended up back together,
I think it depends on
so they're
what.
not exes anymore. But they were
Yeah.
exes for like
We're friends.
how long? Like a year or two? I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe 2 years, 3 years. I don't know. Actually,
Actually,
no idea.
No idea.
I actually have no idea. But they were exes, and they still got along very well. But then they ended up getting back together.
I think it depends if both of you or one of you still has feelings for each other. If you
Yeah.
both sort of over
Yeah.
it, then it's probably quite easy to be friends. But if one isn't and one is, that's a bit awkward. And
That's
if
true.
you both kind of, I think it depends on how you are.
I
think-
but I've never been in. That
I think
situation.
it's if you're actually friends.
Yeah.
Like, are you actually friends?
like, were
Like,
you friends
Fact.
as well?
yeah, but I
Yeah.
think like if you're actually friends, then like you can be friends. But
Mm.
like if you still like see maybe something happening or like
Mm.
kind of fancy each other as you said, or like I don't know,
Yeah.
like can you be friends?
I think it's quite rare though that both people would just stop
Yeah,
doing that way at all.
at all.
Yeah.
The chance of that happening for both people
Is
and
like
being friends, I feel
one
like
in a million.
pretty low.
And
Really
if
low.
we're talking exes as well,
And
like
then when
not
you
just
get new
someone.
partners, it's
Yeah,
a bit awkward.
This is what I'm
and-
gonna. This is what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like, if you were like besties of your ex and you got like a boyfriend, like,
It's got
do
an
you think
expiration
that?
date.
Do you think they're gonna be? It's got an expiration date. One
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm
true.
sorry, but no boyfriend is gonna be like, yeah, she's besties of her ex.
Yeah.
And be cool with it. Yeah.
No one's gonna
for
be
real.
cool with that. Like, they've literally like fucked and had like some emotional connection. Like,
Yeah, it's true.
like
And yes, it's
That
such a
is
tricky
true.
one. I feel like if it was a situation where it's like after a very, very long amount of time, like I'm talking like maybe like 5 years or like something like that, where it's like you
but
both.
why
have
would you
moved on.
get back into contact?
That's the thing. It's like
What's the
what
point?
what
What's
actually
not-
is the reason.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of random.
What's your motive to like get back in contact after like 5 years of your ex?
Yeah.
Like,
and I do
why
feel
do you
like
need to be friends with them?
Yeah, and I do feel like it's one of them ones where it's like you might have like a lot of love and like respect for your ex, but going into it, and trust me, I've learned from experience, you have to be like, you have to know
strong. You need
that
to be
it
strong.
could, and you have to know that like it could all go south. Like feelings could be involved again. Like it could really actually go to shit, and like you have to know that before you like step back into that friendship if that's what you really want.
I think
because you can't predict.
It's like, really hard for feelings not to get back involved.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, and I think for feelings not to get back involved, like you kind of need to like really not like them, to be honest. Like really, because like if you like really like them, then why would you not fancy them again?
Yeah.
Like if they're fit and you like really like them and you got along with them and stuff, like why would your feelings not come back? Like when you see them and you have a good time together, surely you're gonna think, oh, like, and you think about all the good times you had together. You're not gonna think like, I think I'd have to really think to like actually, but then why do I want to be friends with you? I don't.
And also not spending like one-on-one time. Like obviously it's a bit different if they're in your friendship group, then you probably are still going to see them. But if it's like big group things, it's a bit easier. But spending one-on-one time,
it's quite intense.
Setting boundaries as well.
Yeah, that's obviously only in the case if they're like in the group.
So I think it is
kind of possible, but
it is possible. But like,
what are you getting out of it?
You need to like evaluate like the possibilities and the reasoning behind it.
And also like, is it going to be forever? Probably not. So why waste time now? Is that a bit brutal?
No.
I just think like if you're going to get another partner, that no one's going to be happy with that. So
true.
Like you can be like, oh yeah, I'm calm with them. That's calm. Like, if I see them in the streets, I'd say hi.
Yeah.
But to be besties is just, we'll be friends. I mean, be friends actually. Sorry, I've just realised it says be friends. You could be friends with someone. It doesn't mean you have to like see them all the time and like.
Yeah, you can be like
civil,
cool
friends.
Oh yeah, I think like,
couple messages here and there.
Hey,
see them out.
Yeah,
just don't go on holiday with them.
Beep. Yeah. All right.
Next.
Would you rather never be able to stalk your ex on social media or have them be your next door neighbour?
I'd rather never be able to stalk them. I actually don't stalk my exes at all. Madeline.
Sorry. I just looked at Madeline and she's like.
Madeline's like.
Lucy's literally like, easy, never saw them again. Madeline's like, fuck, what do I pick?
I think I'd have to pick neighbour. I know where they are.
Madeline would love it if her ex was her neighbour.
I would pick that one. I never still pick it.
I can't really think of anyone I
I actually either don't follow them or if I follow them I've like probably got them on mute.
I think sometimes it's nice to like have a little look. But,
like a casual way.
A stalk is a bit intense. Sorry.
I'm sorry. We actually need to get next time Madeline's on here because the girls are behind the camera right now. But we actually need them both on like individually,
definitely,
to discuss things. But I really want my Madeline to come on to tell her stalking series.
Series.
She has
crazy. You're making out as a fucking father.
You're not a stalker, babe. You're a serial stalker.
No.
Guys,
can I just say?
And I was unhinged.
Can I just say? I think number one, like, and I don't know if you want us to do this, but I think things like driving past like your ex's house, if it's like on your route anyway, I don't think that's even that weird.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That isn't weird.
It is fair.
I think that's fair. It's like I think that's funny.
And I think like wearing wigs and stuff is fine.
It's the doing it in a whole disguise.
No, but that makes it funnier. That makes it funnier. I agree.
For the plot,
there's no harm. Like, I'm sorry.
like,
I've actually done it with one of my friends before for them, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's actually you get.
I've
I've done it with my friends. You've never done it for me.
Yeah, I've never done it for
you
myself.
Get, like, second hand.
Yeah,
like,
but I thoroughly enjoy it. I think, are they gonna be like?
And then you run past even though you know they're not really good.
This one time, me and one of my friends, we drove past and they were there and they were like exes, and we were like,
oh my god!
And we ended up saying hi.
You end up saying hi.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I would hit that accelerator so hard.
I think we kind of did, and then we were like hi, and then we were like. It's happened years ago, so I'm trying to like, actually think what actually happened. But
that is so funny.
I don't know if she was driving or I was driving because I feel like we always took turns. But I think she was maybe driving, so he saw me, and it was obviously a bit awkward because he sees me thinking, no.
I'd be the worst to drive if I was driving someone because I would just stop.
Go.
You want to say
And
hi?
open the window.
Well, we have to. Oh, guys, we actually need to.
I feel like I would do that. Like,
we did that the other day.
Madeline's
Yeah,
got
did
some
do it.
crazy funny boy stories. So
Oh,
sometimes
God.
your jaw will be on the floor.
Yeah, they are hilarious.
Oh, what harms your body image the most?
Oh, that is actually such a good one.
I just saw it and thought, how did I miss it?
What harms your body image the most? Okay, it's probably quite
What?
a personal one, isn't it? Like,
What
subject
harms
to
it?
like the person.
Yeah, I
answering.
want to hear what you want to say because
What was that?
Yeah, what would I say? I don't know. What harms your body image the most? Maybe like social media.
Oh, I get the question.
Yeah. Maybe like social media because like you see. Oh, does it go a bit more to like you always want what you can't have?
I think it's
Possibly.
definitely social media, like comparison.
Comparison.
I don't know if it's that for me.
I don't actually think it is that for me, but like for other people, I know it's definitely that.
Yeah.
And then I think it's also a bit of like always what we can't have because I know quite a few people that have been like, I really want to look like that, kind of got to it, and then they see someone else on social media and they're like, oh, actually, I want to look like that.
I think what you wear as well is quite important. Like
Yeah,
dressing like right for your body, like and like
Maybe-
what you feel good in.
yeah,
Like,
and
Yeah,
maybe like
that's true.
photos and videos of yourself.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
some of the like
oh,
you'll, like you know
Yeah.
when you're seeing, you'll be like
If
I
I
don't look like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
if I sometimes
That
see
is
like if
true.
I go out thinking you look nice, and then I see a photo or video, I'm like,
Yeah.
What the
So-
hell?
it can just be bad angles, guys. Like so you can't like a little bad angle. I don't know.
I don't know. It's so hard to like pinpoint one thing because I think a lot of like what happens with like body image and like the way you view yourself, a lot of the time happens like subconsciously. So it's hard to pinpoint like what exactly it is. Do you know what I mean? I think maybe when I'm like eating like shit or like I'm not treating my body right, then I feel like it's worse. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
I feel like you view
Yeah.
your body better when you're like, even if it
Yeah.
looks the same, but if you're like working
Yeah.
out, eating well, like compared to
100%.
Yeah.
I would say the medical and like cosmetic procedures that are available now, I've actually like sent myself into like whirlwinds like with that before, like just everything that there is to offer, like you can like literally get anything done, and because it's like obviously some of these things are like very expensive, but like
Yeah.
if you wanted to you could, like you then like visualize that, like I'm like, what would I look like with like a BBL, or like what would I look like with my boobs done, or like what would I look like if I just like, saying this, I literally had my Botox done the other day, but I feel like Botox is really not that deep. But I do think like the accessibility of like how much you can change your body, and like even like stuff like Ozempic, for example, like you like if you wanted that you could get it, like if you really wanted it and like was willing to get it. So I think like having these things really accessible makes you like deep it way more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
do
like
get you.
within reach. So you just, I like, for me anyway,
Yeah, it's
I definitely
choices.
think like, oh, like I could get this, I could get this, I could get this. Oh, I'd look really good with this and this and this. Do you know what I mean? So maybe that is.
But
like
do you think
a
it
main
is
one
always
for me.
in reach? Well, it kind of is, but like for some people, they actually may not be able to just afford that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get loans, I guess. Just if you're willing to get yourself into debt for your loan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you, there are ways, but it's For example, I could literally like walk down the street and like get like composite bonding, or I could like walk down the street and like
That is true.
like, don't know, get all this.
But like,
stuff.
what makes you want to get that then? Because it's so easy to get, or because people have got it?
Yeah, maybe
And
a
you've
mixture.
seen, like, what it looks
That's like a
like.
mixture of things, I reckon.
Yeah. So then does it go to social media? Because where else would you like
yeah,
see
maybe.
it all?
Yeah, possibly. That's probably like subconsciously. Like I don't.
I think social media, like, because everyone, you like see everyone, like, it definitely makes more people have it. Because like I'm sure like years upon years ago, people probably got like a little bit of something, but it doesn't mean that everyone was getting
now
it.
it's so
But I feel like
normalised.
now, it's so normalized because people are like,
Everyone's got
I want those lips because
Yeah.
they've seen it online. Not many people are going to walk past someone and be like, oh my god, her lips, I want that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe like growing up doing dance and gymnastics probably as well was not like that doesn't like set you up, but I don't know. I don't know.
Being in tight clothing.
A lot of people struggled, didn't they?
Yeah,
with,
like so many. But then I do think like so many people struggle that don't do dance and gymnastics.
That's true. It's probably just because we know a lot of those people from doing it.
Yeah.
Struggle.
Because all of you guys, would you say you've struggled with your body image?
I've like never, which is weird. 'Cause, like my sister definitely has, but I don't think I've ever looked in the mirror and thought like anything bad about myself, which I feel like is really rare.
It is. That is like.
I look in the mirror and I always think like, you're so pretty. I actually do.
That's really good.
But I know that's good. like a luxury.
But
maybe
but also you are.
So I don't know where it comes
Do you know what I mean? Like you actually are pretty. It's not like I think.
You're not being delusional.
It must be. It must be quite hard for someone that maybe like isn't as fortunate that like is that because I would say that we're all like actually really quite nice looking. Do you know what I mean? We're like, do you know what I mean? Like we are actually quite fortunate for like what we look like. Whereas like, I don't know.
But I know people. I've got other friends that are also really pretty that don't look in the mirror and feel good. So I don't know what the difference.
It's true. It's
do you know what I mean?
It's difficult.
Maybe then that comes to like
lots of factors, but
like people behind you maybe who they hang around with.
Yeah, I think
and
if you're
like
toxic relationships, toxic friendships, maybe if you have parents that talk about food and weight and stuff a lot like that.
Your surroundings.
Your surroundings. That's it. Your surroundings.
Sure. I don't know. That's actually that's a good thing to think about because then you can kind of like eliminate whatever it is that is like making you feel like, bad about your body and whatnot.
Just like watching how you talk to yourself as well. Like I think it's so much easier to say like bad stuff about yourself than it is good stuff. Like it feels really uncomfortable to be like I look so pretty tonight than it is to be like, oh, I don't like this on me. Like it's so much easier to say the opposite.
Yeah, so true.
But like I do think if you start to say the positive stuff, like over time it does slowly become like more natural, and that's your way to thinking.
For sure, how you speak to yourself is like
I think
so important.
Also understanding that you are you and they are them. They're them or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you're not them. Like I actually really funny. My mum the other day, she said something like, "Oh, it was the twins." And my mum said to Tash, "Oh, like you shouldn't compare them." She's like, "Yeah, I know, because like Sophia's like really good at writing and blah blah blah, and Sunny's like not quite there." And my mum was like, "You should need to make sure you don't compare them, blah blah." And Tash like, "Yeah, I know." It's just like we need to help Sunny a little bit more, blah blah. Anyway, my mum was like, "Bella, what did you always used to say to me about like if I ever said like, oh, but they're blah blah?" And I was like, "Yeah," and I used to always say, "But I'm not them. Like I'm me. Like don't tell me like, oh, I should do this because they're doing it, because that's not what I want to do. Like that's not me. Like everyone is so different. Everyone's got different shapes, different minds, different like different
things
interests, different aspirations. Like literally everyone is so different in so many different ways. So like they might be over there like really clever and they're about to like be the best lawyer in the country, but like you might be over here
with a cool outfit.
Your outfit might be right. Yeah, your outfit might be rocking.
Yeah, like everyone's got their different strengths.
Everyone's
like physically, mentally.
Yeah, literally, physically, mentally, everything. So I think you just need to remember that you're someone else. Literally.
Cute. Well,
thank you, Emma.
Thanks, Emma Chamberlain, for sending us your questions in. Love that.
Legit.
We just got them off her Instagram, as mentioned. But they're actually like good conversation topics.
And like random.
So you should listen to our podcast, but you should actually also listen to her podcast.
Yeah.
It's really good. One more thing we want to say before we go, which is really exciting.
Very fun.
Well, exciting for us. I'm not sure if it's exciting for you guys. But me and Kaia and Madeline and Bella are going to Copenhagen.
Right around Christmas, which
December.
is so
it's
fun.
Gonna be so flipping cute. So we'll
Christmas
vlog that,
vibes.
obviously.
Yeah.
That probably won't actually be that long by the time this comes out.
Oh, be like maybe 2 months.
We're going like mid-December, so yeah.
Maybe like 2 months.
Oh, really?
This will probably come out like mid-October.
Okay.
So probably like 2 months.
Well, that'll be really cute. So we're gonna like vlog that and whatnot.
Yeah. I love a little bit of Christmas spirit. Like
I love Christmas.
I would have just been like in a summer holiday as well, so that will really help me get into
the
Christmas.
mood. Yeah,
like,
going on
the
a
cold Christmassy
wintry
vibe.
holiday just before Christmas is like it just enhances the whole
And like Christmas
December.
markets and
Christmas
Yeah.
breaks are just the
I'm
best.
so excited for that like
So good.
theme park thing that you sent
Yeah.
out.
Tivoli Gardens. And do you know what I looked up? It's literally a 5-minute walk from our Airbnb. It's so close. It's like so perfect.
Guys, actually, what I wanted to say to you guys.
It's actually because it's cheaper. Like
Yes, we should do it.
Yeah.
But guys, you know what I want to do as well? And I forgot to say this because Yannick went to Copenhagen like last year, I think, and him and his friends got a train to Sweden. It's a 30-minute train.
Oh
we should,
my God.
yeah, we should pop to Sweden.
Yeah, we should.
Pop to Sweden.
We should go there for like a drink.
No, literally.
Go there for prees.
No, literally, I think
We
we should
actually should.
we should
For
actually
real.
go there. Like, I think it should be so cool, like, just to pop to Sweden.
Yeah, that would be
Then we'll meet people
Yeah.
in the pub. They'll be like, "Oh, where did you go before?" We'll be like, "Oh, Sweden."
Sweden.
Yeah. Like, how fun is that? Like, I forgot he did that, but like, I'd so love to touch down in Sweden as
Yeah.
well. Like, I think that's really
Touchdown,
cool.
cross another one off the list.
Yeah, honestly. So yeah, we should
Yeah,
definitely.
so cute.
That's fun.
Oh, I'm excited.
So glad we're talking about this because I so forgot to tell you guys again. I was like, I'm gonna tell them.
Yeah, must have. My
That is
Botox
so
is kicking
nice.
in, guys. Do you want to know? Wait, can I quickly tell you about my Botox? It's actually not that crazy, but my Botox needed doing, and then my lady that does it put up a thing like, oh, like we need like models, like you get 10% off if you like,
Oh.
blah blah blah, or whatever.
Love that.
So I'm like, oh my god, I literally need mine doing, so I will so go. But she was training someone, so it was someone that was training that was doing my Botox, which is
Oh.
like a little bit scary.
A little bit.
So I was actually laying there, like injection, like in my head. She's like, oh yeah, like hold it this way, like blah blah. And I'm literally there like, oh
So
my
did you get it cheaper because
God.
she was doing it as well?
Yeah, 10%, only 10% off, but like that's like a good amount. It's like better than if I was going to get it done anyway. And the lady that does it, like she is so knowledgeable that she would not let anyone
Yeah.
touch any of her clients' faces unless she actually trusted them. So I trust her. But it was just crazy because she was like over top, and my lady was like up a bit, down a bit, no, to the side. Okay, needle in and inject. And like it's for like when they're saying it out loud, I'm like, needles in,
Oh yeah.
it's
Injecting.
injected. She's like, and out slowly. And she's like, great, perfect, no bruising. But there was a couple that I felt, and I was like, oh, that is definitely going to bruise. Because I didn't hear her say no bruising for those ones either.
Oh.
But yeah, I can fit it kicking in finally, which is great.
When did you get it?
I
Yesterday.
got it
Oh.
in a new place
Did you
as
get it
well.
yesterday?
Oh, when did I get it? Sorry,
Yeah.
I got it on
Yesterday.
Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday.
So like a few days ago.
Okay. You got it in a new place.
Forehead, 11s, and I got crow's feet around here as
Okay.
well.
What does that do?
I'm really scared that I'm gonna end up really wonky in case she like injected loads of.
What does that do? The crow's feet? I think my
like
mum
the
gets
wrinkles
that.
around your eyes.
Yeah, my mum gets that.
Yeah, so like
Do
the
you have
muscles
wrinkles
that
like
like
that?
pull your eyes like down basically. So I'm hoping I feel like a little bit of like a lift from it.
Sorry, I now want to look at myself to see like.
Oh no, don't do that. I don't want to. Oh, you're fine.
Is it like those wrinkles?
Yeah. Like, if you smile,
I actually went to
Let me
my
see.
mum's Botox lady the other day, and I was like, "Do I need Botox yet?"
I bet she's like, no.
She was like, maybe
But it's always better
next
to get a preventative.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, she was like,
No, to be fair, I look different right now.
What? You're smiling a bit weird, you know.
That's the Botox.
No, you're like,
No, that's because my eyes won't. I'm not going to be able to like
wait,
move.
okay,
Wait,
smile.
what did you get done? I missed that.
Botox.
Where?
No, I
Though?
feel like it's
Wait,
more
I
your
do feel
mouth.
like I'm smiling weirdly.
I think it's your mouth.
Fuck. I didn't get
You're
nothing in my
doing-
mouth.
No, you're just doing a weird pose, I think.
Let's go.
No, I actually get that. I get
Let's
that.
eat, drink, and be merry.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode, everybody.
Thank you. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe.
Interact, tell your friends to listen to us as well, because that would be fabulous.
That would be
Get some
great.
more viewers. See you next week. Peace.
Peace and love.